Thanks Mrs. Boom for the treat, Mom. I sure love the coffee here.
Not to bother, darling, I told you so. You can stop by here anytime for the best coffee in town. Let's get straight to why I invited you over here, away from the school premises. I want my daughter back in the dance competition, with the initial role she was given.
And why is that, Mom? I already explained to you that Layla was not meeting up. No matter how much she has been coached, her steps does not seem to align with that of the other students. Reason she had to be dismissed.
Miss Faye, I see you are not willing to do my bidding. Layla has to be part of that dance competition, taking the lead role she was initially assigned, and nothing is changing that. I get you beautiful gifts, ranging from designer perfumes to luxury dresses. I take you out, you come to my house and you are served delicious delicacies. What do you think I was doing all that for? Now, I ask you for a little favor and you are turning me down. Imagine your guts.
I'm not turning you down. It's not just about me here, it's the school policy and I do not own the school. Anyone representing and taking the lead role must prove herself deserving of the role. At least I was the one that gave her the lead role initially, but when it was obvious she was not meeting up, someone else had to take it up. Then she self-destruct when she refused to align to the dance steps of others. The choreographer had to excuse her. It's not my fault at all.
You are Layla's class teacher, Miss Faye. You've got to make this happen. My daughter has been sulking all day. And yes, she always leads, so this must not be an exception. You've got to make this happen otherwise.
Otherwise what? Are you threatening me, Mrs. Boom?
I do not threaten. I do as I say or intend. Have a nice day, Miss Faye.
How did it go, Mum? Would I at least have some good news to cheer me up?
I'm afraid, dear, there isn't much change. She still insists that you are not going to be part of the choristers that would be ministering. It's not much of a big deal, Beryl. Maybe you should just forget about it.
Hell no, Mum. I disagree with you. It's not just about singing, it's about the fame it would bring me. Who cares about ministering to anyone? I would handle the microphone as the lead singer and do justice to the song with my sonorous voice. Do you know the number of people that would be present at this teenager's music concert? Our coordinator said I was singing from the flesh and not in the spirit, so to her I was only entertaining. That's why she removed me, not like I do not have the voice. I've got the voice and vibes, and this is an opportunity for me to be known. There's no way I'm missing out on this, Mum. It's a big deal for me. You know I've always led in almost all activities, whether I'm good at it or not, and you have always made it happen. What's changing now? Pull some strings, Mum.
It's okay, dear, I'll work something out. Let me see my friend Mrs. Boom down the street. I'll be right back. Where is Beryl? I haven't seen her since I stepped in few minutes ago.
My dear friend, she has been sulking all day and has refused to come out of her bedroom.
Really? And why is that?
Just ignore her. She is beginning to irritate me with her attitude. It's just a little issue that I will resolve soon. She knows the kind of mother she has, so I don't know why she is troubling herself so much. She was not given her desired role in her school competition. In fact, she was dismissed altogether. But I'm sure by now, her class teacher would be having a rethink on how to reinstate my daughter.
I have same problem on my hands at the moment, reason I came to see you.
That can't be a problem for you. We usually have our way around these things. We've always pulled the strings, so tell me if there is more to it.
Beryl's Sunday school coordinator is just being adamant to buy over. She just got there recently. Could you imagine? She said my daughter was singing from the flesh. I mean, who does not know that Beryl has a sonorous voice? She has been stiff-necked on using another girl whose voice is croaky and with zero vibes, insisting that she carries the presence of the Lord and is actually ministering. Is that supposed to be a yardstick, Mrs. Boom? Singing without entertaining the people, no body moves, no ad-libs and zero voice for singing. I'm so angry right now.
And who is she that is stiff-necked, that wouldn't bow to the likes of us? This got me laughing so hard, Mrs. Dan. Have you used all our strategy on buying them over?
You should trust me on that. In the little time she has been there, I've shown her love, tipped her several times with monetary and material gifts, lush and expensive gifts at that. Invited her over for dinner at my place, taken her out, just so she could place my daughter above all other teenagers. Just recently, I helped in sorting the school fee of her son. And now that I need her favor, she tells me her conscience would not allow her give it to Beryl, that her God would judge her. As if she serves a God different from mine. Such a proud ingrate.
I see. I remember you told me she is a widow, right?
Yes, she is. What does that suggest?
That suggests that the deed has been done. Nobody sidelines our daughters. Our watchword has been whether they are good at it or not, the position is theirs. We have been going through any means to see that happen over the years, right from when they have been toddlers. You can get going, dear friend. I'll text you what you need to do. Just a little bit of emotional manipulation. Our daughters can rest assured that their positions remain intact.
Thanks, my friend. I knew I could count on you always.
I'm so blown away right now, Ma. Should I get you something else? I mean, you just had a cup of water since you got here. Despite all you got for me, I should be responsible for your dinner tonight. It's your first time coming to my humble abode.
You don't need to bother yourself, I would be on my way soon. I know how the economy is, so I just decided to extend a hand of love. It's no biggie.
It's no biggie, you say, ma'am. You got me a bag of rice, big tubers of yam, 3 crates of eggs, vegetable oil and palm oil, beverages. I could go on reeling out all the foodstuffs you got us, and you say it's no biggie. It's a big deal, Ma. No one has ever reached out this way to my sons and I ever since I lost my husband. You are God sent and this means a lot to me. God bless you, Ma.
It's okay, really. I only did what is expected of me as a Christian. That's how a child of God is supposed to behave, right? You've been teaching my daughter the way of the Lord, and it's only appropriate for me to reciprocate your labor of love. I would be on my way now.
What a generous woman. This act of love shown to me must not go unrewarded. What should I do now? She even handed me an envelope containing a substantial amount when I saw her off. I think I would recommend her to the pastorate to be the women leader. She has got what it takes. Oh yes, I'll do that right away.
Maureen, and what are you doing here by the street corner crying? I've searched all over the auditorium looking for you. You should be in the hall with the other teenagers. You are ministering next.
Beryl is the one ministering, Ma, not me.
What do you mean, Beryl? Am I missing something? And is that why you are crying?
Mrs. Brad, the new coordinator simply asked me to step down, that I didn't have the voice. She said Beryl would do it in my stead. I cry not because I'm no longer taking the solos, but because of what God intends to do through me that is now being truncated. The Lord revealed to me how this concert is going to heal and set a lot of people free from oppressions as I minister. I saw it, Ma. The crippled receive healing, the sight of the blind restored, people manifesting spiritual gifts and breaking free from their bondage, salvation of souls. It was a lot, Ma. I've been fasting and praying since I learnt of this concert. I sense a huge manipulation, Ma.
Now I understand you, and I understand why I have been feeling an unusual unrest since I arrived today.
Mum, what are you doing here seated all alone? I've searched for you everywhere. This is the last place I expected to find you.
My dear son, I just feel sad and weighed down in my spirit. I just came here to be away from the crowd.
Sad, really. You should be celebrating, Mum. Imagine the whole crowd still cheering on and celebrating. The concert was a huge success and Beryl brought a lot of vibes to the songs with such body moves and sonorous voice. She is now a celebrity. Her name is on the lips of everyone. She sure killed it, Mum. You should be proud of yourself for choosing the best to represent the teenagers. You would be the teenagers coordinator for a long time, that I'm sure of.
Okay, if you say so. Congratulations to us. You can go now. I'll meet up with you soon.
Alright, Mum, don't be long.
I feel so unsettled in my spirit, like some eyes are watching me. I messed up big time. I allowed the flesh have its way. I didn't follow the Lord's dictate on who should minister. I was won over by material gifts. I knew the Lord wanted to use that moment to His glory. There was something more like a revival that would have been birthed, but I hindered it. I cheated the people on something precious that would have changed their lives for the better. In return, I gave them shafts. They all thought the real deal was what has happened today, just listening to a melodious voice, dancing and cheering, just something that lasts but for a moment. They never knew they missed out on something eternal as a result of my selfishness. Please, Lord, would you ever forgive me for this? I repent of my actions.
You are right on time, Beryl. Let's go drink to our success.
Yes, Layla, I can't wait. I've become a celebrity overnight. All thanks to my mum. We've got really cool mothers, Layla. Always making sure we have our way all the time. They just pull the strings and boom. We have all things on a platter of gold.
I totally agree with you, Beryl. You can say that again. Despite my class teacher insisting my dance steps were not aligning, she quickly told the choreographer to change that part to freestyling. So, I just freestyled my steps and my original position was given to me. It was wow, just wow.
We would replicate same to our kids when we have them. I've got a really cool place where we can hang out, have fun and celebrate our wins. Get up, girlfriend, it's time to paint the town red.
Yes, I'm so in.